Practical Principles. This is Practical Prince. Today we're doing Talk and Tarot, so go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. We'll do as many readings as we can within the next little bit, and otherwise you can hang out and chat. I'll go ahead and get shuffling cards, and we'll see what questions come up. Okay. That's probably enough for that deck. Let's go ahead and shuffle this. Oh, I forgot to put the guide back. Okay. Hope you're doing well. And hope your week is starting off good. Okay. And well, maybe we'll just be having fun today. Maybe we'll shoot the breeze. Sorry if I'm coughing or sneezing or sounding a little hoarse. Just getting over allergies. And there we go. Okay, that one's ready. And now Lost Forest. Let's check. Yeah, we've still got our camera. That's good. Yep. Guess it's a slow day today. Which makes some sense. It's cloudy here, so people slow down a bit. But yeah. And that one's probably good. We'll mix it a little. And there we go. Okay. And the guy. There we go. Okay. Now our decks are ready. So if you've got questions, go ahead and comment them, or if you want to chat, we can do that. But the time is yours. And until you want it, I guess the time is mine to monologue. could do a spread, but I don't really feel that's the right thing to do. So I hate to pull them out just to put them away. Well, sorry, I'm thinking of the spread machine, the spread weaver, um, not the tarot decks themselves. But yeah. Yeah, and I don't know that I really have a question for myself that's worth doing a live reading for. So we'll just set those there. I hate to show cards after I just shuffled them, but I suppose that's something we could do. Seems a bit of a waste, though, when we could be answering questions. Camera's doing good for now. So that's on track. And yeah, we do have connections everywhere. There was that Facebook issue, but they've resolved it, so should be good. Maybe I should pop that, because sometimes they'll send their questions privately. I need them to call it out in the chat, but yeah, then they DM me if they want a semblance of that. But nope, looks like we're good right now, so all's well. So then how do we want to monologue? Well, can't really reproduce our camera issue. Still haven't figured out the conditions for that. And if anything, it's become less often now that I'm wiring it to the laptop, which is interesting. But or maybe it's the fact that I'm debugging that makes it somehow run better. Who knows? But we did get a donation, so maybe we'll invest in the little thing that can hold the phone. Because, I mean, if it's not going to bug out as often and need me to refresh and whatnot, then it makes sense to maybe set something up. Sorry. In which case, maybe I should look that up. But, well, here. Let me switch to the chat here so I can see your comments. We are on the caption is right. Excuse me. Hey, Cornelia. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope it's getting better. Just recovering a little bit from allergies, but otherwise good. Doing a diet and it hasn't killed me yet, but it'll be nice when I no longer need it. And that's the state of things, at least in my little bubble. I'm already on the upswing, so will do. Should happen soon. No problem. And yes, I am doing readings, so both of you, if you want to drop your questions in, I guess we'll just do whichever one comes in first. These might be lengthy questions. Um, I assume you mean by the books, sort of, because I mean, there's going to be that residual, like mental, spiritual healing that needs to happen as well. So, let me go ahead and highlight that. Right. Okay. Well, then that should be something. And we want them completely resolved. Hey, Kanye Priya. How's it going? Okay, let's focus on this. Let's set these aside. Oh, that's what was it. Okay. Oh, let's set these down. Is there anything extra? No. Okay. So we're just getting a yes, no, or somewhere in between, I suppose. But I'm just saying there's not like extra information from one of the cards. So sun would be yes. Six of chalices, I'm pretty sure that's a yes. And then six of wands. Let me double check that. That one's usually positive. So let me set this down. And then real quick flip to our guide. Yeah, the 5 and the 7 are the question ones. So yeah, 6 good there. And then 6 of cups, yeah. So all yeses, answer is certain. It should be resolved by then. And as you say, completely resolved. So look forward to that. It is nice to make some progress, yeah. um, I can't remember gigs, but I guess was that part of your question? Otherwise, we might just need to ask another one. Right, and there's the Me Too thing going on, if I remember right. Okay, Ogden, we can get into that. Let me finish up with Cornelia first. And then, of course, Kanyapriya, if you wanted to ask a question, go ahead and drop it in. Okay, we can do that. Okay. But I guess Cornelia on gigs or jigs or however we say his name. Do you want me to read on that as far as whether or not stuff with him is going to be done? G. Okay. Will do. I'll try to remember. Yes, Zena, go ahead and drop your question in. We do have 3 people now before you. So if you want to bounce, come back, or just watch it on the video later, that's fine too. Just letting you know. But we have plenty of time. We'll be able to read it. But so, I guess, Cornelia, is there a specific question about G that we want to ask? And that's clear, Zena, so you're good. I don't need clarification. Okay. Let me go ahead and highlight that. Yeah, I got your post. And yeah, when you hop back in, if you want to ask, I can tell you if we've done it or not. Otherwise, it'll obviously be on the video afterwards if you miss the rest of it for some reason. Yeah, it's going to be that one. Let me switch mats. Okay. Okay. Is there more? Next is Oddwin, but then it's your turn, Kanyapriya. Of course, all after Cornelia right now. Is that everything? Gonna be, yeah. The one for yeah. Okay. You're good. You didn't miss anything. Took me a bit to sort out what's going on. So as far as does he still love you, this card should be answering that. We got the 3-card spread for the will it be all right. Hey ho, just a sec. So King of Pentacles, logical father. Let me go through the guide for that card just in case. But I'm not off the cuff. I don't think that's a strong yes or no. 9 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and then 2 of Pentacles. So yes, but it will take time. That's basically what that gets down to as far as the will it be all right. Let me read up the King of Pentacles. So I don't think you've asked that before. So yeah, when I get a sec, we'll go to you, Hope. But there's a number of people I need to do first. King of Pentacles. There we go. And we shared that, right? Yes. Okay. Has achieved mastery in the material world, marked particularly with success in finances and life planning, symbolizes the father archetype who is a visionary and works hard for rewards. This figure is reliable, generous, practical, and feels happiest in a settled relationship. This card often comes up in a reading to indicate that financial matters are improving. Enjoy the success and comfort you have worked towards. If there is an ongoing conflict, it is going to soon be resolved. And I could see that going either way. So yeah, I don't know. I guess this is the equivalent of the I don't know answer. And maybe it's just because he's still stewing on it and hasn't decided which way to go. What to do with those feelings, assuming that he still has them. Otherwise, I assume it would be a no. So. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, really, as far as intentions, not exactly sure. Nothing bad from what we can tell, but we don't know how favorable it will be. So, and then we already talked about all right. So, yeah. Okay, let me go find Odwin's question. This was why I'm tormented. Okay. So we're doing Odwin now, then it's Kanya-Priya, followed by Xena, and then Hope just popped in. So that's the order. No problem, Cornelia. So let me go ahead and clean this up. Tormented. Do I get to use Lost Forest? I think so. But let me check. Give these a quick shuffle. Okay. move this. It's going to be one of these. Yeah, Lost Forest. Okay. I am tormented. I guess if we need a follow-up on like what to do about it, just as a heads up, we'll just do it after the other people right now. But sometimes the why is all you need to know to start addressing things. Okay, that's more than enough. Okay. A couple cards. Yeah, go ahead and drop your question in. We're just doing them as we can. So we got 2 cards. This isn't like the technically correct answer, but I think the impression I get is this is the answer that's going to get you on the right track to resolving it. So I don't know if it's deeper rooted, and this is something you can identify and work on. Something to that effect. Gosh, there's 4 or 5 Tenzin. So, but of course, you can watch it on the video later if time is an issue. 6 of Skies. And then the Moon. Okay. Let me double check 6 of Skies. The Moon, I mean, the concern there is illusion, deception, seeing clearly or accurately. But then 6 of Skies, I'll need to double check. This would normally be 6 of Swords, which I want to say is moving on. But let's see what this guide spin is. Change, transition, rite of passage. And then that's coupled with the Moon. Fear, illusions, subconscious, but also divine feminine. I would have expected 2 of Skies if that were it, but you're good. So Tenzin, I have a number of other people who need readings. I'll read for them. I'll definitely read for you as well. But it may be some time. I never know how long the reading will take. So if you need to drop off, step aside, you can come back, or you can just watch the video later. Your particular question is clear enough that I can answer it. I don't need to clarify with you in order to get a read on that. So up to you on how to spend your time at this point. Yeah, I'm trying to get a stronger sense of the moon. I mean, it seems like fear of change. That's the stronger thing coming out. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, put simplistically, it's fear of change. And as far as resolving it, you're going to need to learn to embrace it. And there's, I guess, part of it is the unknown. We get some of that from the moon, but that's, I mean, all of life is risk. So, the other deck. Well, I mean, we've already got our answer, so I guess if there's maybe a follow up, but yeah. Go ahead and ask your question, Alan. Or is that Alien? I think it's Alan. But yeah, drop your question in. And we're just doing them in order. Okay. So I guess I feel like you have a follow-up question then, Odwin, about what to do about it. Hey, Mishti. Okay. Go ahead and drop it in. We're going to read for a number of people. So, might be a little bit before I can get to yours. Right. I guess, Odwin, if you have a follow-up question, let us know. And we'll follow up on it later, I guess. Okay. And let's find Kanye Priya's question. When do we see things getting peaceful? Yeah, that's going to be Destiny deck. Okay. And then, sorry, I'm just going to clean that up real quick. Oh, didn't really do much. Bummer. Okay. We can read on that, but let me focus on Kanye Priya. And actually, you dropped a newer version. So let's highlight that. So when normal and, well, what's coming? Okay. Let's put those aside. Now, where do you go? Is that everything? Let me move these. Okay. Uh, is that where? Okay. Okay. So 4 cards on what's coming. I get the sense that normal, peaceful is happening right around here. So when you see this event happening, that should indicate it's resolved. I'm getting the sense that this is within the next, year, within the next 12 months. So relatively short time frame. Leading off with the Hermit. 3 of Wands. Action. And what is that? Adventure. And over here, 5 of Cups. And then finally, 8 of Wands. And that's news, travel. Okay. Okay, so with the Hermit, we're getting not like literal separation or anything like that, but yeah, because you don't get separated, divorced, that sort of separated. You just have some separate space, separate time to yourself. To an extent, same for him. But I feel like he'll have some others involved. So there's going to be a bit of that coming up, which is probably going to be a bit of a reprieve, really. A bit of a break. 3 of Wands. Like, I mean, this is your action adventure. Stuff happens. It's exciting. I just don't know if it's the good kind or the bad kind. Whether this is getting better or getting worse. So one way or the other, it starts to go somewhere. Yeah. We hit our normal. So ideally, that's the upward trend. But yeah, I just don't really know. I mean, it might be the downward that gets him to the help he needs. 5 of Cups, there's some sort of loss, some sort of sorrow. And I guess I didn't think about him being gone. I guess that's a possibility. Initially, I thought it might be that someone like in the family died, and that was a bit of a shock to the system. But yeah, it could be that you actually reach. Can I get a better feel for that? Yeah, it feels more like sorrow for others, not for you or your spouse. So I don't know if that's the loss of a loved one, loss of a dear friend, something along those lines. But one of those depressing events that brings you back to reality. And then 8 of Wands, news, travel. I mean, this one, I'm just really not sure how that's going to manifest. I mean, obviously, you're asking about the marriage and whatnot. I don't know if you guys decide to travel or if you move for a new opportunity or something like that. Like, I don't know what would be the cause of that. It's a positive card, but like, I don't know what the inciting event is going to be. And so I don't know what the nature of that travel is and whether it's like a permanent move or trip around Europe or something. Five of Cups. Sorry, I don't know if I already went over that, but it's the loss of someone, usually. Um, someone dear. I don't know if this is someone on your side or his side. I don't know if it's family or friend, uh, but you guys feel it, even if it's somewhat vicariously. So, like, if it's a dear friend to him, like obviously he'll feel it more so than you. But yeah, I'm just not quite sure what their relationship to you is. It's close. I don't know how close. Did that clarify things, Kanya Priya? And I guess, are there any other questions? Go ahead and like I said, I'm really not sure whether that's just vacationing for a while or moving somewhere else or a job opportunity. I just don't really know. Hey, Mishti. Okay. So maybe that's partly what the hermit is getting at, but I think you're wise to be wary of that. But yeah, who knows? So yeah, like I don't know if that's the road down that eventually leads to progress or if he really just needs that. But we'll see. Gosh, we had so many people. I should start keeping track. So Kanye Priya, and then we had Xena. Let me go ahead and write a list now. There we go. I'll go ahead and highlight that. Manisha. No, you haven't. Oh, I almost missed Hope. Accidentally highlighted that. So let me put her back there. Sheila, change her names. Okay. And then we've got Tenzin. I'll go over this once I've got everybody. Mishti. And then I want to say our troll was next. So, okay, Kanyapriya, go ahead and ask your questions. I don't know that I have much more clarity on it, but yeah. Okay, and yeah, obviously I'll go over the list. Kanyapriya, go ahead and let me know what the points are you're confused about. But Xena, then Hope, Manisha, Tenzin, and then Mishti. That's the impression I get. Yeah. Because, I mean, it was leading into the Five of Cups is when things got back to normal. So at that point, as far as I'm concerned, your family. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the loss of a person. I just don't know how close that person is. And I don't know if, like, maybe it's a dear family member of his. And maybe that's why he gets back to normal as part of that sort of event. So, as far as who, I'm not sure. It could be family, it could just be a dear friend, and it could just be like a dear friend to him, not so much you. So that's sort of the range of people we're looking at. Okay. Right. Yeah, it wasn't the loss of one of you. So it wasn't like a separation, one of you dying or a divorce. I mean, that could have been the interpretation, but that's not the sense I got from it. So, yeah. Well, and we got the sense that he normalizes. So, whatever that is for you guys, I assume that's on the happier end. But yeah, I mean, it does tend to work out in the end. But okay, Xena, Steven, and Felix. Okay. Let me get the Destiny deck back. No problem. I do my best. I do feel a little sorry for the others, but yeah. I should probably set up something for like video calls. But one thing at a time. Okay, which is Is this the only? Okay. Um, Feelings might be too simplistic. Um, this is more like attitude towards you, outlook towards you, something to that effect. King of Swords, assertive, logical. So let me go ahead and read up on that to see if anything stands out. But you might just be coming to terms with your decision. So let's pull out our guide since this one is digital and find the King of Swords. Okay. Is stern but fair. His focus is justice and truth. This card shows impatience if you have to wait before taking on an action. However, you must remain calm and have good judgment. When this card arrives in a reading, the focus is on the mind rather than the heart. Perhaps you are going through an intensive time at work or your studies. In a relationship, this is the time to take the initiative and make some decisions. This is a moment when logical and intelligent decision-making skills are being asked of you. Move forward with fairness and authority. So, yeah, I mean, we don't really have so much heart in this as I guess it would have been curiosity around your situation and whatnot. Um, and wondering if you're being honest about, well, your relationship or whatnot, which is probably why the friend was asked to, yeah. Um, but I mean, you've made your decision, so he should come to the conclusion that you're not his or not going to be his option anymore. So, yep. Let me know if that was unclear. I'll try to restate it if needed. But yeah. Okay, Zena. So now, hope / pumpkin. Um. So his heart just isn't the focus right now. Um, he's really in his head. So feelings isn't really the right question in this regard. Does that make sense? He's curious about your situation. He wants to know the truth of it, but um, those are questions of the mind as far as the read on him is concerned. Does that make sense? It's just like, how to put it. I mean, say you know how your head can be certain about one thing, but your heart says another. Basically, take out the heart in this situation, and that's what he's got. Not to say he's heartless or anything, but it's just so much more this his thinking, his thoughts, rather than feeling emotion of some sort. No problem. Pumpkin. Oh, yeah. Christmas with family is here. Let's see. No, I don't think you've asked this one before. Yeah. So let's get this back out. Okay, and let me. So after Pumpkin here, Hope as she likes to be called, we've got Manisha, then Tenzin, then Mishti. Just so you guys know. And dum. Christmas with family. It's not really right. Okay. That's not what this. So found them pretty fast. Just a yes, no. 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Tiny Elephants. So, I mean, this would come out as yes, but it may take time. So I don't know if. Yeah, I mean, the 5 of Wands, the thing here is debate, competition. I don't know what would be slowing you down as far as like finalizing those plans, which is probably what this part of the may take time is getting at. Yeah, drop it in. We've just got a few people we need to read for first. So, yes. I don't know if this is like, and I don't know your particular situation, if it's like government policies for like travel so that you guys can be together that eventually get sorted up and then you're able to sort of nick of time make it there. Or I suppose maybe your family could hold Christmas a little later. I suppose that could be speaking to it as well, one solution as well. But yeah, not quite exactly sure how that's going to play out, but the answer is yes. So, yes. I've just had issues writing into the chat before. For some reason, it might need me to authenticate or something, but I should be able to do it. So, yeah. And if your English isn't great, I'll try to not use big words, I guess. But yeah, you're fine. You might need to remind me though when we get there. Anything in particular, or do we want a general read on them? Okay. Perfect. So that's good. When it's your turn, I can answer that, or well, do a reading on it. And let me add you. That was Hope, Manisha. the exams go in December. This is just Prisma. Having lots of Prisma and Disney questions today. No. I just went over the order. You're after Manisha, so right after this one. These are, yeah, okay. All good. It's a perk for some people to be able to just watch the video instead. Guess, is there anything else? So I'm guessing this is somewhat more in control than you might be admitting. So we've got 2 cards about how the exams will go. And then, well, this is a DM, a direct message to you. And it is on topic. Let me double check, but yeah. Sometimes they're not related to the reading, but this one does relate to, well, your scoring. 5 of Swords, and then Queen of Chalices, and then down here, 8 of Wands. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. I'll zoom in because this is about the quality of it. 5 of Swords speaks to the fight between them, but advises you to be like this person who disengages from the fight and follows. You probably can't see that, but it's a butterfly. And we can get into the details, but it's don't be too focused on beating others. Focus on, well, the important things that catch your interest and spark your passion. I'll go ahead and skim that to see if there's anything else that stands out. And then Queen of Chalices is directing your emotions. And, well, I guess that's not a command so much as you will have them and you can channel them for good. So, 8 of Wands is encouraging you to not stop, but we'll get there. Let me set this down and I'll go through the guide to get the details. So, and we'll just do 5 of Swords, since that was the one I spent so much time on to start with. Disagreeing and pacifying anger. Encouraging you to let yourself do stuff. Yeah, nothing really new there. Queen of Chalices. That's the other way. Intuitive, compassionate, emotionally secure. Feelings are often discounted as too amorphous and changeable. Yet it is their endless malleability that gives them their fluid power. They can take out any form, still charged with the power of the mighty subconscious. They are the surging forces within our beings that make us strong. When you draw the Queen of Chalices, it is time to tune in with the feelings at bay. Trust your intuitions. Reach out to others. Find what makes them thrive and delight. Which, if anything, is echoing what the butterfly and the Five of Swords was. Find that spark, that passion, and make sure you're keyed into that. The combat, the conflict, the tension with the others, competing in these tests and whatnot, that's really just noise. But then the Eight of Wands, advice for you. There it is. Forward movement, finish line, final push. You may be tired, but there's no stopping now. Nearing the finish line is no time to slow down. Your situation demands one final burst of energy to propel you into victory. Show hustle. Don't hesitate. You're nearly there. So yeah, don't try gliding in on your test, because I assume it's still relevant, but you're on track, on course. You just need to make sure you keep going that way, putting in the effort. Okay. And now Tenzin. Okay. Okay. We're going to do great on this test. And yeah, it's going to be a Prisma question. So same deck. Okay. Well, we get the highest. Yeah, that feels like it's it. So then I guess we'll just be doing the two. Usually I would have this come out as, well, you've seen some of the 3-card readings today for yes, no's, or sometimes just a single card, but for some reason we've got 2. So Emperor is speaking to order, structure, and then the Knight of Wands is, how to put it, surge of creativity, passion, I mean, together, these would tell me yes. The only thing I'm assuming that the emperor is connected to good study habits on your part. That's the only thing I don't know. Because I mean, this is basically the recipe for success. So, assuming you line up, then yeah, it sounds like you got in the high rank. Any question, Tenzin? I mean, part of this is just how much does that reflect you? But just want to make sure we're good because you were patient. And I don't think that came out the way we expected. So. I guess if you do have questions, let me know. Um, but yeah, assuming that resonates with you, then that's definitely a high rank. Tenzin and then Mishti. Sorry to keep you up. Okay. This person has had a role. This probably isn't Prisma, is it? What is it? Guess it's going to be Destiny. I think I was expecting Cosmo. Let me blow my nose real quick. Much better. Okay. I guess, do you still want me to answer the question I have on screen? Just don't know if you're changing questions or if that's another one as well to go with. Well, I guess do me a favor. Is the one I've highlighted one you still want answered? Because if you only care about the new question, then I won't worry about this. Okay. Had me a little worried. Okay. Well, guess we're just getting this answer in one card instead of three, as far as whether they played a role. Knight of Cups. New love, artistic. Let me read up on that particular guide's description. See if something stands out. I mean, if they're not good, then yeah, I could understand wanting to avoid them. But, okay. So it signifies a dreamy and romantic hero who is heart centered, action oriented, urges you to move forward based on your feelings. Their quest is love. Okay. Yeah. There isn't ill will. There's no bad intention here. Um, but I mean, it might not be. Gosh, how to put that? They might be doing the wrong things for the right reasons. So that's sort of the. Not to say that this person loves you romantically, but um, sort of the idea of the bumbling lover can't confess, can't ever seem to do anything right, but have genuine feelings. Like at their core, a good person, but as far as how they manifest, pretty cluttered. So, um, yeah, as far as having a role, not intentionally, but it may have had that effect in some instances. So, hope that helps. Not sure exactly sure what the best thing to do for that person is, but yeah. And then Who's coming that can be a good friend and can we get a win as well? And we're open to the idea of it being multiple people. And is this even the right deck? I'll have to check. Oh, yeah, we're still using that. Okay. Can only imagine what the tears are for. Incompetent good people? Okay. And then okay. Okay, that makes more sense. So we only found out about one person. This will be describing them. This will be describing the win. Um, this is a note on this stuff. So not directly answering your question, but on this topic. So stuff FYI you should know. The world. Okay. 7 of Cups. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can get more out of that. And then Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So, I mean, as far as this goes, it's a reminder that stuff changes. And over time, it gets better. As far as this goes, I mean, this is a good person. This is a good friend to have. They're well-rounded. They're well-to-do. They're happy. So, I mean, good person there. The 7 of Cups. Let me see if I can get a better sense of when. Let me read the guide. I'm not sure anything is going to stand out better there, but I need the extra information. So. Choices. Oh, no wonder I'm not getting a feel. So, there's not going to be a specific time. Basically, you're not guaranteed to recognize this person. So they might even be in your life for a while, pop up, or even be a constant. You might even know them now, for all we know. But yeah. So as far as when, it's really in that I don't know. As far as we're concerned, let me see if I can. Yeah. I don't think there's anything you can actively do because this to you will seem spontaneous. And only in hindsight will it seem like they were planted and just waiting for you. So. Hopefully, more of that is optimistic than pessimistic. But yeah, it's just a matter of time, really. Playing the odds, so to speak. Any questions, Misty? Sorry, Mishti. And it's okay if you don't. A number of today's readings have sort of been come when they come. But. Okay. Let's get Javalios. Okay. About this particular guy. Does he like you? How does he view you? And we want these answers in the chat. So I'll probably speak it first and then write it. because once I talk through it, I'll probably be able to summarize better and then write it down. I don't know if it's a game so much as, well, really understanding circle of influence. You might be thinking yours is bigger than it really is. And he's subtly putting you back in your place with this stuff. Okay. Does he like you? How does he see you? Long term, I guess. Drop those. Okay. Further down. Might need more space. Oh, well. We'll get there when we get there. Hey, Vulcan. It's been a while. How you been? Okay. Pretty good. Getting over allergies, but pretty good. Okay. Will do. Yeah. So much fun. Juve is my only one right now, so once I'm done, I'll answer your questions. this accurate? Okay. Okay. So these are somewhat simplified, is the impression I got. So there is a bit more gray than the black and white that we're going to talk about here. This will be describing his character, influence in his life, feelings towards you, how he views you. So this is more present tense than future outcome, but well, that's what we got. So 10 of Cups. That is prosperity, celebration. It's a pretty positive one. Goddess Joya, manifester. So, I mean, very positive stuff there. The Hanged Man on feelings. So, I guess there's been a change. Then viewing you, celebration, abundance. So, yeah. Okay. So, positive stuff. View of you has changed recently. And given that this is the feelings card, I don't know if that means they've recognized you as a potential romantic partner, or yeah, probably their romantic view of you just got adjusted somehow. Um, 3 of Cups. I mean, that's positive for, well, I mean, for starting a family, which is probably what you're interested in. But, well, yeah. And let me double check that one, but that's probably going to be the only one we have questions on. So, and then you've asked that I write them in the comments, so I'll do that. Let me just check the one card, and then I'll figure out how to summarize. So, checking our 3 of Cups. Outpouring of love and emotional growth, strengthening your connection. Spend time with people. 3 is a number that signifies creation, and this indicates a creative time and a positive moment to birth new goals and ideas. It is time to let yourself shine. So, yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and make that small, and then let's see if I get to chat today. So, start with that. And is that going to go through? Because they're on Twitch. Okay. Yeah, perfect. How do I want to say that? Probably the simplest way I could put that. and 3 of cups. Um, okay. And then if you have questions, I mean, if you want to respond here, you can, but you can also message me. I don't know if you can message on Twitch. People have done it on Facebook. You can find me there, Practical Prince. But yeah, I realize that there might be easier to translate the text than to translate the sound of my voice. So, and then Vulcan, job interview. Okay. We can move that. And this is probably not a Destiny question. Okay, let's put this back. This is probably Prisma, but yeah. Okay. That's funky. Okay. Let me check. Highlights basically, but that's okay. Okay. So 3 cards. I thought this might use the yes/no scale of how it went, but that doesn't seem to be the case. This is basically a footnote. This is describing it. This one is reversed and then skewed, so offset in some way from the regular meaning of the reversed. But so these are the 2 ones that are going to primarily be describing that output, how that went. Reversed Ace of Swords and Page of Wands. And then footnote, Knight of Swords. Okay. Good to know. I better double check him. I might be mixing him up with the page or something. And I'm just going to have to, let me just get the book. I'm going to need it for most of these anyways. Yeah, I don't think that one's going to be too favorable, but it's also offset, so I'll need to figure that part out. So Ace of Swords. So reversed, muted thoughts, overconfidence, misjudgment. Inverted, the Ace of Swords points aloft, its tip still obscured by the fallen snow. The bird on its hilt is less formidable and more muted. If you are seeking the unequivocal truth, you may find it resides in shades of gray right now. Try a subtler approach. Remove the influence of ego as best you can. Ask yourself if you are being overconfident in your assumptions. Listen to others and try to get a holistic understanding of the situation. It is instinct, not intellect, that will guide you now. But let me try to figure out what the skew is, the offset. So I guess the impression I'm getting is you, like others, did well. And they're just going to have to sort through who they're picking. So it's not that you did bad or anything, but are you the one they'll go with? That we really don't know. Page of Wands. Let's get that. Inspiration, enthusiasm, potential. Yeah. When you see the page, you are about to set out on a journey of the mind. You've been struck with some novel or wonderful idea, and you have the naive, unfettered enthusiasm of a child to catalyze it. Take risks like you've never been hurt. Believe wholeheartedly in something. Your divine vibrancy will bring your vision to life. Your courage and passion will see it to completion. So, yeah, I mean, that speaks to you doing positively. Really, the Ace of Swords is just tempering this somewhat. So, and then Knight of Swords, let me check that real quick. Oops, too far. But this was just a footnote, so. Defensive, questioning, or sorry, that's reversed. Ambitious, fixated on goals, determined. So yeah, as far as getting a job, just keep applying. So I'm pretty sure that's all that one is. Keep at it, and you'll get to your goal. So yeah, sorry. Given how I multi-stream to different platforms, no problem. It doesn't work that way. So and then sorry, new person, but I just barely went overtime, so not today, sadly. Nandiska. Hopefully I'm saying that remotely right. Let me pop our schedule. So today's Monday. I stream Wednesday and Friday as well. These are the times. They differ to try and accommodate people. So pick what works for you. I can read for you then. It's really just first come, first serve. Yeah. I am looking for a job. If and when I land that, that's probably going to change our schedule somewhat. But for now, we can keep to this. And I guess for everybody who's probably bounced, here's a link if you want to join us on the social media. I haven't really been posting much, but I probably will at some point. And then there's streaming at different places, and then a PayPal if you want to donate. So thanks for tuning in, and until next time.